Hi, I'm Brianna.
And I'm Akira.
And you're watching
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So apparently Adrian Broner, he agrees with Floyd Mayweather when Mayweather said that he believes Canelo would beat Gennady Golovkin. Broner, he said he believes that Canelo would not only beat him, but he would knock Golovkin out. And one of the main reasons he says that is because he looks at, like the majority of people, he looks at, of course, the Kell Brook fight. And he said if Kell Brook was a natural middleweight, Kell Brook would have knocked out Gennady Golovkin. So I thought that was pretty interesting that he said that. You know, first of all, when it comes to the Canelo versus Golovkin situation, I'm still not sure who I would lean towards in that fight. There were times when, after I looked at the Kell Brook fight, I did say, you know what, if Kell could do this, Canelo probably could beat Golovkin. But then when I looked at the Canelo versus Khan fight, and I seen how easy Amir Khan was outboxing Canelo and using the jab, I then said, you know what, I could see Gennady Golovkin out jabbing and possibly surprising people and outboxing Canelo Alvarez, and then possibly walking him down and stopping him, maybe, or hurting him bad like he did David Lemieux. But I'm kind of up in the air with it right now. You know, I really want to see how Canelo looks against Chavez, since that's going to be his debut at the middleweight division, or really damn near the super middleweight division. So, you know, if he just walks through Chavez and Chavez looks like he's in shape and he really trains for this fight, and Canelo just walks through him, that would be really impressive. And I might even lean towards Canelo. But, you know, this is just talking because we never know if that fight is ever going to take place. Of course, Golovkin still has a tough fight against Danny Jacobs. We don't even know if he'll get past Danny Jacobs, even though he is the favorite. But I truly believe a Golovkin versus Canelo fight really depends on how Golovkin looks against Danny Jacobs. Now, if Golovkin beats Danny Jacobs, but he looks vulnerable the way he did in the Kell Brook fight, then we'll most likely see Golovkin versus Canelo next. But if Golovkin just blows Danny Jacobs out of the water like he did Dominique Wade, then we probably will never see that fight. That's just my 2 cents. Now, when it comes to what Adrian Broner said about Kell Brook, if Kell Brook was a natural middleweight, he would have knocked out Golovkin. To a certain extent, I agree with what Adrian Broner said. For those of you guys who don't know, I said a long time ago, way before Golovkin was even considering Kell Brook as an opponent, I said I truly believe, because of Kell Brook's style, and because Golovkin had never faced a style like that, a fighter who's very athletic and truly comes into the ring with the confidence of an undefeated champion. I said back then that I truly believe that Kell Brook would be Golovkin's toughest fight, despite coming in the ring with a massive weight disadvantage or size disadvantage, right? And that's exactly what turned out, because the majority of professional boxers, they've agreed that they feel that Golovkin has looked his most vulnerable against Kell Brook. Now, don't forget, he looked slightly vulnerable in the Willie Monroe fight, and he looked really vulnerable in the Kassim Ouma fight. The Kassim Ouma fight was life and death for Gennady Golovkin. So if you guys haven't watched that fight, you should watch it on YouTube. It was a really good fight. Kassim Ouma, he actually did what a lot of people would consider the unthinkable. In Kassim Ouma, he actually came after Golovkin and tried to walk Golovkin down, and he was successful at doing it. And keep in mind, guys, this was a past his prime Kassim Ouma. This wasn't the undefeated Kassim Ouma we seen dominating on HBO and ESPN, okay? So with that being said, yeah, I agree with Adrian Broner. I don't know if Kell Brook would have knocked out Golovkin, but to me, hands down, if Kell Brook is the exact same size as Gennady Golovkin, Kell Brook, he would have beat Gennady Golovkin. Now, I mean, for some of you fans that say, oh, he did nothing at all he did was just run, etc., etc., If that was the case, how do you explain the fact that Kell Brook, he did more damage in 4 rounds than Martin Murray did in almost 12 rounds? And keep in mind, Martin Murray, he moved the whole night and he was nowhere near as successful as Kell Brook was in 4 rounds. Also, if you talk about Kell Brook, quote unquote, running, then you have to ask yourself, why isn't Gennady Golovkin cutting off the ring and taking, a person who's running out within the first couple rounds? We see Mike Tyson do this against a lot of opponents. Michael Spinks comes to mind. Michael Spinks was constantly moving in the ring, and Mike Tyson knocked him out, I believe, in the first or the second round? Because he was cutting the ring off. So trying to say all Kell Brook did was run, it doesn't really make sense, because if you look at Gennady Golovkin's face in that fight, matter of fact, here's the pictures right here. If you look at his face right now, his face tells a different story. It doesn't look like he was in the ring with a guy who was running from him. It looks like he was in the ring with a guy that was punching him in the face. Not only that, but once again, if Kell Brook did nothing but run, there would be no professional fighters that actually do this for a living, like Adrian Broner, who are basically saying he looked vulnerable in the Kell Brook fight. And if it wasn't for Kell Brook being a natural welterweight, the fight would have probably ended in a different way. Because if you think about it, Broner didn't say this about the Martin Murray fight. He didn't say, well, if Martin Murray was a little bit stronger, had some power, he would have knocked him out. He didn't say that. He's only talking about Kell Brook. He could have mentioned, or he could have named any of Gennady Golovkin's opponents, but he decided to reference Kell Brook. So once again, with that all being said, I can definitely see Canelo Alvarez competing with Golovkin, and that would definitely be a 50-50 fight. But I'm also really looking forward to this Golovkin-Danny Jacobs fight, because I believe this fight is going to tell us a lot more about Gennady Golovkin. Even though the Golovkin-Kell Brook fight, that told us something about Golovkin as well. We're going to learn a lot more about him in this Danny Jacobs fight. So that's pretty much all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.